Hello, welcome to the first episode of Blue Light Talks. My name's Bobby Boberson, and we're joined here tonight by the head of the PHS, Emily Bond. Emily, how are you, darling?
Very well, thank you.
You look it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Now, obviously, we've invited you along for comment tonight. Oh, hang on the now. Bloody Willie Wilson's phoning me. That boy's an arsehole. Anyway, how you doing, darling? You all right?
Yeah. Right, thanks.
Aye, wonderful. Now, obviously, you've been invited along this evening to comment on the article that was published on Weasel News this afternoon. Have you had the chance to read the article? Can you answer then? Thank you. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Right.
The
Have you read-
article, yes, I've read the article.
I was going to say, why are you hitting your panic button? We're only in question one.
Oh,
How bizarre.
I'm not hitting my panic button.
Well,
Um,
jeez.
oh my god, why is there so many sirens?
So, you're speechless already. Well, we're going to have a great good time here.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the article itself is concerning with some rather worrying things that are happening within the PHS. Now, for the people who are live tonight, we're not aware of who you are. Can you confirm that you are indeed in charge of the PHS service?
Yes, I am. I am Emily Bond, CEO of PHS.
Wonderful. Now, let's just jump straight into the questions, shall we? Can I ask you just first of all, then, who is it that does the hiring of staff members within PHS?
Anyone in the management team?
Okay, can you confirm who that is?
There is myself, Jay Thomas, Ryan Nodge, and Linus Doyle.
Okay, and do you have to sign off any hires that they make, or can they hire anyone individually?
No, I would sign them off as we go as well.
So you approve every single recruitment that comes into the NHS?
Yep.
Interesting. Going to tell me then what are the transferable skills a mechanic would bring to a role within the NHS?
Well, within the NHS, it doesn't matter what your skills are or transferable skills are.
Aye, fuck, who knows? Who cares if you've never bandaged someone before? We'll just let you in. Is that what I'm saying here?
We've got mentors that train people up.
Right. And what's your training regime look like? Do you have any training documents you could give me right now?
Not right now, no, I don't.
So you don't have any training documents that the mentors use to train up your staff?
I have training documents, but not on my person right this minute.
Oh, okay, so you'll be able to supply them after the interview?
Yes, I shall at some point, yes.
That's great. It's lovely to see exactly how you induct someone that has fixed cars for a living to then treat people. So, just one further on that, darling, could you tell me what benefit the hiring a convicted criminal would bring to the citizens that are attending your hospital?
Well, we do DBS.
Right, okay. Fucking hell, you're right,
Yeah, we do DBS.
That must maybe worse than we thought.
I would rather if you didn't use performative dance to answer my questions there, darling.
We do DBS checks on anybody that comes into PHS for a job. So as long as if they've been in any sort of criminal activity, as long as they've been cleared for 2 weeks, we're happy to take them on.
2 weeks? You think 2 weeks is an acceptable time?
But we're happy to try and turn them around.
Turn them around. So someone is convicted of a violent crime, you're happy for them 2 weeks later to be treating people and have access to implements that could potentially harm people?
People can change, Mr. Bobby Bobertson. People can change.
In 2 weeks?
Darling,
I can't even get a tan in 2 weeks. How are you going to change your attitude and your behaviour?
Well, you can. Well, just because you can't get a tan doesn't mean somebody's going to change their attitude.
Well, I'm glad that you think that, darling. Now, obviously, let's think about this for a minute here. So, obviously, you're in charge of who does the hiring. You're in charge of this, everything, and it would seem in that case. So, can you tell us why you've obviously involved your... Carl, we can see your fucking carrots up on the...
Oh, yeah,
camera.
That's what we do. We rehabilitate.
Do you? Aye.
Yeah.
Go and spell that word for me. Exactly. Well, that's the case. Right, darling, let's move on to the next point, because obviously there's some serious
Yeah, thinking of
tension in the ranks now, given that you've involved the solicitor. Could you make me aware of why you've involved your solicitor in this case this evening?
I just thought that I would bring him along.
Right.
There's no tension at all in any of the ranks in PHS.
So it was you that instructed the solicitor to act on your behalf, is that right?
I have today, yes.
You have today. What about yesterday, darling?
What about yesterday?
Did you instruct Mr. Jacobson to act on the NHS's behalf?
Not yesterday, no.
No. Do you know who instructed them to act on the behalf of the NHS?
I do, yes.
Do you?
Yep.
And do they have signatory powers to act on behalf of the NHS and make legal decisions on behalf of the organisation?
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to provide that evidence?
Yes, I can. Well, no, I don't need to.
You don't need to?
Nope.
It's quite a serious allegation, that. We'll consult our legal power afterwards.
Okay.
Next question then, darling, moving on to obviously the use of taxpayers' money. Can you tell me how you came to have a new bike within the PHS?
Because we got a new vehicle.
And how did you pay for that?
I paid for it out of my own pocket.
Out of your own pocket, did you, darling?
Yes, I did.
So you bought yourself an emergency vehicle?
Mm-hmm.
Out of your own money? Would you be able to provide receipts for that?
Jacobson, I need to do that.
I mean, you don't need to, but if you don't have the evidence, then it's quite damning, isn't it, that you didn't, in fact, and that you're now lying about it live on TV? Or is it a matter that you did use taxpayers' money, and that you did
tax
indeed?
receipt to see where he's funded PHS. Ask for his tax receipt.
Can I see your tax receipt?
A tax receipt?
Yeah.
I'll be quite open about my tax receipt, darling.
Because PHS is funded by a trust, not taxpayers.
Funded by a trust, is it?
Mm-hmm.
How does solicitor know that? Surely you, as the CEO, would know that.
I've just
Given
been
that you'd have financial authority over the whole organisation, darling.
I've just been in a serious accident, and my head's not very with it at the moment.
Brilliant, play the victim card.
See her bleeding.
Right.
And I'm bleeding, as you can see.
No, I can't see it, darling. Well, let's move on, because obviously we are made aware, and it was highlighted in the article, that you are paying members of the staff £1,000 for 2 weeks' work. Do you not think that that's a damning use of the taxpayer or the fund money, however you want to paint this? Should that not be better spent on the treatment of the patients?
Well, actually, at the moment we've got an incentive going that a lot of businesses do use to get people in to...
Privately funded businesses, though.
And we can do the same to bring people on board.
Surely, though, it's a question asked if you were a good enough operating business, you wouldn't need to have people paid to join you.
Some people don't want to work in a PHS or
exactly. That's my question. Why?
In a hospital surroundings. So, what better way if we can get people in, give them a little bit of a bonus?
Aye. Do you know, if I was wanting to get treated, I'd want to be treated by somebody who's money hungry as well, instead of passionate.
No, it's not a case of being money hungry. The people that we do have within PHS are passionate about their job.
Aye, like the mechanic and the coffee shop assistant. Aye, one of them.
They're still passionate about PHS.
Aye, passionate about the fucking Benjamins. Can you stop doing that, please?
I'll try.
I'll tell you, darling, when we were up at the NHS, we asked if you were at fault for a recruitment crisis, and a senior staff member referred to... Oh, hang on, I've got a wee phone call coming. Listen here, I'm in charge. When we were up at NHS, we asked if it was your fault for the recruitment crisis. A senior staff member referred to you as doing your best. How do you respond to that?
Well, I am doing my best.
And you think that your best is good enough if you're having to give people £1,000 to join?
I've only been running PHS for just under 2 months. It has been a massive turnaround for myself and the staff.
Could you highlight some of your successes in the last 2 months? Are you all right?
Um,
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 oh, aye, very good. You did the disappearing act, folks.
we interrupt this broadcast for an emergency statement.
For some reason, I can't look at you anymore. Anyway, Hen, right, where were we at? So, you're admitting that you don't do a very good job.
I never
Um,
said that.
Well, come on, Hen. Like, you've had mass
do fantastic.
resignations. You've had a number of senior
I-
executive
mass-
members of your staff leave.
Mass resignations.
Exactly.
What, 3 people?
In 2 months, darling, you've had 3 leaders leave.
Oh, that's their
This
choice.
isn't Chelsea Football Club, darling.
That's
This is
their
the
choice.
NHS.
Not mine. But
Hang on.
I'm doing my best. I'm trying my best with my staff.
Yes, David.
Is he actually kidding me?
Our building's on fire.
Is he actually
Fuck's
kidding me?
You set this building on fire.
What?
Who, me? Yeah, because I've got the facilities for that.
Sorry about the disruption there. We had a fire on the roof, apparently. But who knows who that came from. Emily, we join us back again. We were talking about the way in which you operate, and I'd like to kind of just touch on something a bit more recent, if I may. You have hired people within NHS that don't have any transferable experience. You've given people money because you can't hire truly passionate individuals into the organisation. You have members of staff instructing solicitors without your consent and without the correct signatory powers. You bought a bike through money that was not funded in private venture. You have been alleged to have given that litany of failures. Do you want to do the honourable thing and resign live on air tonight?
Certainly do not.
Why?
I'm not resigning on air. I'm not resigning at all from PHS.
So you think you've done a good job?
Yeah.
Despite all the stuff I just said?
Because a lot of that is nonsense.
And 3 resignations in 2 months.
Could have been a lot worse. It could have been 12. But
Okay,
it
you
wasn't.
and
It's only 3.
Look, you and your times table. Listen, we'll leave it here. We'll let the public decide whether Evelyn Bond is the right person to lead the NHS. If you ask this reporter, though, I think the evidence speaks for itself. Bobby Boberson, Weasel News. This has been Blue Lights.